with many beautiful mountains and lakes. My family moved to Hong Kong when I was 3 years old. Hong Kong is a big and busy metropolis. It is one of the most densely populated cities on the planet. But if you venture out of the city center, you will find lots of nature, with many natural parks, islands, and beaches. At the age of 10, I became a diver.
I loved this. I thought this was such an interesting film. First of all, I will fully admit that I had no idea that there were coral in Hong Kong. I had no idea. It's not something that you hear about. It's not widely advertised. So that was in itself was already interesting enough. But then that the entire film was spearheaded by like a young child essentially who is really passionate about learning about the coral, going to all these different places, gathering the information, being a part of this community in some kind of way of learning, of diving, of what can I do to ensure that I'll be able to keep doing this my whole lifetime, that even like her kids would be able to see this as well. And it's said time and time and again that when it comes to the environment and policy changes and things like that, the next generation, children and the younger generations in general are going to be the ones that need to spearhead it, need to be involved, need to be passionate, need to have such a huge voice in the matter, because they're the ones that their lifetimes are going to be impacted more. They're the ones that are fighting for this for their full lifetime, that they want to be able to see this 25 years from now, 50 years from now. And it's said time and time and again. So seeing this whole film be spearheaded and be driven and narrated by a child, by someone that's passionate about this project, seeing the young people involved in it is so important. It's such a great message. And getting to talk to people that study it and, what their best advice is for how to do your part, how to make an impact, how you should use your voice, all of those things. I thought it was such a well put together movie, but every part of the message behind the movie was underlined by the fact that the entire thing was like driven by this girl, and I thought that was amazing.
I did not know that there was coral in Hong Kong. I'm completely floored by this story. I'm so happy you made this film. A couple things. The footage is incredible. Beautifully shot. The underwater sequences are amazing and incredible to watch. I am so taken by the child who decided to venture on this quest to learn more about coral. I thought her narration was outstanding. I really enjoyed it. I really loved the questions being asked of the experts. I really learned so much. I didn't realize that there were that many coral experts living in Hong Kong for that reason, that there's so much coral there. And the differences of the coral that happen there as opposed to, say, in Australia or other places in the world. It's a really fascinating story, and it's beautifully done. It's beautifully shot. It's beautifully edited. There's a lot of care that's taken to tell this, and I'm really impressed. Congratulations.
Educated by the youth, very intelligent, precocious, and engaging youth. A little girl living in Hong Kong about coral and the coral reefs of Hong Kong, which are so unique and distinctive in comparison with the rest of the world, which was great to know. That was something I wasn't aware of. And we get to learn more about coral reefs as a general topic, how they relate to the rest of the environment and the role we can play in help securing them and their future. And it's so great, again, I have to say, to have the voice of this be a young girl, showing that the future of our climate is in quite good hands.
I just love seeing Emma, tell us the story and make this film. It's an extraordinary thing that this young lady has done in making this, and it looks like she had support from an educational institute. So I'm glad that this happened. That this film was made, that she was able to write and direct it, and she's appearing in it and she's diving on camera. She's doing the voiceover. She's just so wonderful. It's such a great job, And I love her passion for talking about Hong Kong coral, which I can tell you is not something I've thought about or heard about before. So I learned a lot. Good job, Emma and crew. So yeah, this is wonderfully made piece, and it's it makes you aware of how delicate these kind of ecosystems are and how we need to be careful in taking care of this planet. So yeah, it was. I especially really liked the part where the fellow was talking about the drones covering this ocean floor and them using photogrammetry to map the floor. I thought that was so cool. I've just started playing around with that on my phone, photogrammetry lately. So it's something I've just kind of started learning about. And to hear that they're able to do it to make a map of the ocean floor is just wicked cool. Anyways, but great job to Emma and the whole crew. You guys, you did a wonderful job, and thank you so much for this film. And hey, keep making more.
It's really compelling. It's really interesting. I feel like the inclusion of kind of having like these like younger narrators, it makes it sort of, it grounds it in a way that, it makes you think of yourself when you were younger, and I think that it's well made. I think that it's like, who's going to be against this kind of thing. And so I think the filmmakers did a great job at making at telling the story, and the B-roll is excellent too. I think that it's just beautifully shot, and all the underwater stuff is it's gorgeous.
Just to really map these coral reefs for future exploration, and it was lovely. It was very nice to see. Didn't bowl me over, but I think they succeeded with what they were trying to do, being informative and bringing some light to their particular nonprofit.
It was incredibly informative about, the coast off of Hong Kong and China, and the coral reef ecosystems within those waters as well. You do a great job of incorporating a lot of different facts, a lot of personal narratives within this topic, and how you came to be interested with the coral reefs, the Hong Kong coral reefs. I think it's great that you have a scientist specifically studying ocean life within that area as well. The ocean is so vast, so to have a specialist for that area is very helpful and really informative. You do a great job of incorporating a lot of different images to the corresponding information to make it as easy to follow as possible. So you do a really good job setting this up as a taped presentation on the subject. So a very good job presenting all of this information.
It was super informative. It had a lot of information to it. It was great seeing so many people talk so passionately about what they love too. It really does change the tone of a documentary when you hear someone talk about something that they truly care about, instead of just sitting there and spewing facts at you. And so this, I feel like, was really effective in doing that. And I think will be really effective for whoever else sees this in the future to become more aware of the wildlife around them, and the especially the underwater life around them. So yeah, I think this did its job in kind of pushing people towards doing the first steps in their own communities, and really trying to find resources and inform themselves more about what they can do to help. So really great job overall. I thought the editing was really well done. The footage was really cool to watch. So great job.